Welcome to the first episode of Full Lock Garage, where I, Jeremy, will be taking my RB25 Datsun 280ZX into competition here in the Pacific Northwest. I will be entering into Grassroots Evergreen Drift this year. Hopefully next year, maybe Pro-Am. Let me just give you guys a quick walk around of the car. So, behind me, in my tiny-ass one-car garage, I have my RB25. Fenderless 280ZX. So it is completely stock. All that's done to, well, it's not. The motor is completely stock. So far, what is done to this car, if you're not from No Grip on Live channel, that was my previous channel. If you're curious about this car, just go ahead and search No Grip on Life. Subscribe, because that's all mine and my buddy's Nate's team events. Typically if it's raining or we're out at Kent Street races or some shit and we make a video, it'll be there. This is all going to be my personal endeavors. That's grassroots rounds, endeavors into Pro-Am, possibly. We're going to see where it goes. So this car is on BC Racing coilovers. It has a full FD spec cage. That I'm kind of tall. My head hits on it, so we're going to see how that works out. But today, we're going to be putting this motherfucker back together because it needs to get running by next weekend. Also, I'm going to be doing a bunch of work with my trailer. I have a 24-foot by 8.5 fully enclosed trailer that I pull behind my 1997 OBS F250 7.3 liter diesel Power Stroke. So now that shit's out of the way, let's get to work. So, for starters, I need to clean all of this shit up, get it vacuumed out, just kind of cleaned and organized. So this way I can put my Corbeau Forza passenger seat back in. This seat here is a AMP First R that is physically mounted to the floor. Like, that rail here and that there is cut out completely. And then the rails are bolted and welded to the floor. So, we have to do that. We have to mount the harnesses. I have a 4-point Sparco harness that goes on each side. This side and that side. I have to plumb my hydro. I won't take you guys completely through that because I have to bleed the brakes and all that shit. That'll probably come later. Then we need to put my fenders back on, my hood back on, because currently they are in my room. Yeah, they need to be out. Also, I need to run a different line into here because this is kinked and it needs to have flow to it, as these are pressurized and it's not great. Also, I have a new reservoir to mount up to go right here or here. I haven't decided exactly yet. Yeah, we got some shit to do, so we're going to go ahead and get fucking busy. Alrighty, so before I continue on, I thought I'd give you guys a quick look. Interior is cleaned up a lot. Still need to run the power wire up to my kill switch. That's the main power kill switch. That is FD regulation. You have to have that right there or else you can't run. Because they need to be able to run and walk up. If your car's on fire, turn the switch. Oh, yeah, it's not even turned. Pull the switch and go. So this way, if your car is on fire, it doesn't keep fucking pumping fuel at you or whatever. So I have to wait till the car's up in the air before I put the seat on. So, shit, I don't know what I'm going to do now. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and run that wire back up to this switch. Then I will tighten this down because this is still loose because I just used some gray RTV to RTV this on. Just since I had to drill a hole and that goes straight into my cabin. Don't want anything weird, funny happening. So we gotta do that. And then we can actually start the car again, which will be fucking nice. Also, I want to throw some little mounts on the wire to hold it in place because it kind of runs underneath and then up into the engine bay because that is my starter wire. Also, we'll probably end up looming all of this stray wire here because it looks like shit and it'd look a lot better loomed. So I would like to think that I've got a couple things done. One of which, this switch here actually does things now. I'll show you guys that in a second. Then I cleaned up my wiring all the way to the back of the car. So, since it comes off right underneath the roll cage, I wanted it to look nice, so I used red loom all the way to the back. Oh, look, a tire. Oh, look, another tire. Oh, look, another tire. Oh, shit, look, another tire. So, I was curious as to if I was to go up in the canyons or the mountains or whatever and wanted to shred, how much could I fit? I could fit 4 205/50 R15 wheels and tires, or 4 205/60 R14 tires, that's what I'm running because that's what my spare wheels are. 1 passenger, 1 tool bag, and 1 jack. Pretty much anything I could need for a canyon run, I can fit in this car still with the roll cage and a passenger. Comfortably. Well, as comfortably as a roll cage and racing seats can go. Alright, so with the fact of what this will do now, turn it to the on position. Oh, that's tight. We have light, that is auxiliary, so that's not plugged in. Oh, here we go. Windshield wipers work. And then that's the power, main power, fuel pump, all that good shit. Take this out of gear. I got something to figure out. Interesting. So upon further inspection, turns out I'm just a fucking idiot. I just spent the last hour and a half diagnosing what the fuck's going on. Realized I didn't have fuel. Checked the fuel tank. Seems like it might have been low. So I went to the gas station, got gas, put gas in it. Still didn't fix the problem. Pulled the hose off of the intake, or the fuel rail, to see if it was actually pumping anything. Nope, nothing. So, went back, checked everything, finally realized that when I disconnected the fuel pump in order to run the red wire, I plugged it back in backwards. So, got it plugged back in. Now, we can do all sorts. Fucking roll cage. Fuel pump's on. Sick. Now I gotta wire it. Gauges. Those are going right there. I also have to pull the dash back out and paint everything. So, time to get back to fucking work. So since the all the instrumentation is going to be up here, I needed somewhere to put my RPM gauge. I thought about putting it right here, but it gets in the way of the window and tilts down. So I think I've came up with the final idea, and to mount it right here on the steering shaft, and just use hose clamps to hold it on there. Just some steel hose clamps, tighten them down. That'll put it right where it needs to be, and we'll hold it hopefully perfectly. I might put some rubber strips on there or something, but should work out. I need to drill some more holes so we can run wiring and bolt this down, so we're good there. So, I know I keep saying this, but let's get busy. I've been up for 24 hours. I need more energy drinks. I officially went into overdrive. It's nighttime out, and the car runs again, properly, I think. I'm not sure. I still need to hook up some of the gauges, and hook up the boost gauge, because now there's vacuum leak, because the boost gauge isn't hooked up. So I didn't show you guys, but the dash is no longer silver. It is flat black with 3 coats of flat clear, and that is firmly mounted. That gauge right there is firmly mounted. All of the switches work. I still need to tuck some of the wiring because that's still atrocious. But if we walk over here, oh, there's that fuel pump. Wait. Okay. Hell yeah, brother! So that's going to conclude this episode, I guess. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Go check out our the fucking Instagram, man. Go check it out. Stop dilly-dallying. Alright, well, anyways, here's a link to something and a video of me drifting.